Time for a leadership reckoning, why Bellingham's Mayor Seth Fleetwood needs to step up or step aside. First and foremost, let's talk about the elephant in the room, homelessness. Now, I know that mayors aren't miracle workers, but the situation in Bellingham has been less than satisfactory. Under Fleetwood's tenure, the homeless crisis has remained stubbornly unresolved. Despite various initiatives and proposals, many residents feel not enough effective action has been taken. As with many cities on the West Coast, Bellingham is no stranger to homelessness, but the Fleetwood administration seems to have been paralyzed in its approach to tackling this deeply complex issue. Given the urgency of this crisis, that's simply unacceptable. Second, let's talk about transparency and community engagement. Good governance isn't just about making decisions, it's about explaining those decisions to the people you serve. It's one thing to have policies, but if you can't effectively communicate them to your constituents, what's the point? The lack of substantive community dialogue and, in some cases, the outright absence of town hall meetings and open forums, has left citizens in the dark about what the administration is doing and why. This approach is not just unproductive, it undermines the very essence of democracy. Third, there's the issue of police reform, a subject that's been on everyone's mind since 2020. Fleetwood, like many mayors around the nation, faced calls to re-evaluate policing methods and practices. There's a significant section of the community advocating for drastic reforms, yet concrete changes seem sparse and slow to come by. We're living in a period where social justice issues can't be put on the back burner, communities demand and deserve rapid, substantive action. Now, let's shift to economic policy. Sure, the pandemic has been a challenge for every leader, but the economic rebound in Bellingham could have been managed much more proactively. Whether it's incentivizing small businesses or creating more resilient infrastructures, there's a general feeling that more could be done to drive economic growth and sustainability. Empty storefronts and struggling businesses are a sign that the city's economic strategy needs a severe rethink, and that falls squarely on Fleetwood's shoulders. Lastly, I want to tackle the environmental agenda. Bellingham is a city with a beautiful natural setting, and one would think that an environmentally conscious mayor like Fleetwood would make this a front and center issue. While there have been moves to address environmental concerns, the actions often appear more symbolic than substantive. Given the global climate crisis, anything less than a full-throttle approach to sustainability is simply not good enough. Now, remember, this isn't just a takedown of Seth Fleetwood. It's a call to action for more effective leadership and governance. As constituents, we need to hold our public officials accountable for their actions or lack thereof. The power of democracy lies in our ability to critique, reassess, and demand better. And right now, Bellingham could certainly do better.